So before we begin, we're going to work with our subtle energies. And in traditional Chinese medicine, autumn is the element of metal. And related to autumn are the organs of the lungs and the large intestine. The large intestine is considered the yang organ, and the lungs is the yin organ. And when you look at those two organs, their functions is to release, let go, process, and let go of what doesn't serve you. So carbon dioxide, toxins, tension through the lungs, waste through the large intestine. And the emotions related to the lungs is grief. And so if we are beside ourselves with emotions, having lost someone, we find it hard to breathe. And that has certainly been true for a very dear friend of mine who lost their surrogate mother. And they had lots of lung issues, a lot of mucus, really bad cough. And he couldn't understand why that was the case. And I said, lungs are related to grief, and you just lost someone who was very significant to you. And once that clicked, he was able to process everything. So just because we may not be able to measure it with conventional science doesn't mean it's not there. Technology just hasn't been fine-tuned and advanced enough to be able to measure stuff at such a subtle energetic level. So we're going to just stimulate the energies of the lung and the large intestine. And we're going to do that by working the meridian lines up the inside arm, which is to the lungs, and then down the outside arm, which is related to the large intestine. So if you choose whichever side you like, I'm going to go on my right side. So first thing you're going to do is just squeeze your thumb. Squeeze your thumb. And that little bit of webbing between your thumb and index finger is called the Great Eliminator. Very good for releasing headaches, tension, constipation, anything that you need to let go that's not serving you, that's causing trouble or stagnation in your body. You can just gently squeeze, pinching on either side of that webbing, closer to the thumb bone than the edge, and just circle a little bit. Good. And then you're just going to use half knuckles, and you're just going to have your other palm open and just tap up the inside of the arm. And tap to the indentation of your upper front chest. This is a lung meridian point here, 1 and 2. Turn your palm down of the straight arm and then tap down the outside. So you're stimulating the chi, turning the palm up, tap up the inside, and tap down the outside. One more, just like that. And you're going to just tap up and then tap across the chest. Even naturally, you can use 2 hands. This is very good for releasing tension and stress. You can even use your fingers to circle around the sternum, small little circles. Ideally, you want to spend 1 to 2 minutes here, just allowing your breath to soften and come into its own. And then when you're ready, taking half knuckles of your other hand, and then tap down the outside of your other arm, up the inside, and down. Good. And then you can just release, let your hands rest on your thighs, grow your spine nice and tall if you're sitting, or if you're lying down, ensuring your spine is straight. Swallow to release any tension through your throat and jaw. Feel free to rub your tongue around the surfaces of your teeth and gums. And if it's comfortable for you to do so, close the eyes, soften your gaze inward. Taking a big breath in, and if it's helpful, take a long sigh out. Gently closing the lips and continue breathing in and out through the nostrils. Unless you have blocked sinuses, then do breathe them out as and when necessary. Take a moment to allow your body to settle, allowing your mind to also relax. Begin to tune into the sensations of your body. How do the arms feel after the tapping? Does the lungs feel a little bit more accessible, more fuller on the breath as you've accessed the chi? Or if there's no difference, as you proceed to allow the mind to relax, drop the seat of your awareness from your head into your heart, allowing your gaze to settle behind the sternum. I'd like to invite you through the 5 sense meditation just to help settle our senses into our meditation practice. So with your mind's eye, keeping the eyes closed, using your mind's eye just to list 5 things you recall seeing in the space around you. Be furniture, fittings, furnishings, items. And how are you in relation to the space and the things around you? Now turn your awareness to your feelings and to 4 things touching you. Could be as obvious as the seat of your chair, or if you're lying down, the back body pressing in to your support. The garment draped over your body. Or maybe it's something as subtle as the hair that may be brushing against your skin, or the jewelry that you might be wearing, whether it's on your ears, around your neck, your wrist, or fingers. Maybe tuning into the subtlety of the air that brushes against your bare skin. And now bringing your awareness to the architecture of your ears on either side of your head. Tune into 3 sounds you can hear, whether far away, in the space around you, or in the space inside you. From artificial noises, man-made, to organic sounds produced perhaps by the breath or the beating of your heart. Discriminate nothing. Invite all the sounds in. Even maybe sounds that may be jarring to hear. Let it strengthen our resolve. Bringing your awareness now to your nostrils. And as you breathe in, notice the air entering through the nostrils. Is it warm or cool? Is the air heavy or light? Dry or moist? Can you detect two smells? And if not two smells, just continue to feel the quality of the air as you breathe in and breathe out. And then bringing awareness to the environment inside your mouth. Feel free to swallow here to release any tension in your throat, your jaw, and detecting any lingering sensations of taste, flavors inside the mouth. And if not taste or flavors, then notice if the mouth feels dry or moist, coarse or smooth. I'd like to bring your awareness to your right hip. We're going to do what's called the box breathing. So you're going to inhale and outline and breathe in and out through the outline of your torso. So on the inhale, breathing up from the right hip to shoulder. And as you gaze across from right collarbone to left, hold the breath in till you reach the gaze to the left shoulder tip, and then exhale, left shoulder down the outline of the left side of the body to the left hip as you exhale. Hold the exhale out as you gaze from left hip across the belly back to the right hip. Continue just like that, allowing your mind's eye to trace the outline of your torso. Perhaps doing so to the count of 4 as you breathe in. Hold for 2 as you go across. And breathing down smoothly for 4, left side of the body. Hold the exhale out when you go from left hip to right. And inhaling for 4 on the right side of the body. Continue to trace the outline of your body, the torso with the breath. Keeping the rolling of the eyes along the outline nice and smooth and even. When you come to inhale again from right hip to right shoulder, see if you can slow the breath down to the count of 6. Inhaling a little more fully into the lungs. And as you gaze across right collarbone, throat center to left collarbone, shoulder, can you hold for 3? And then slowly exhaling down for 6, left shoulder to left hip. Gaze across the horizontal lower line, left hip to right for 3. And continue with that 6, 3, 6, 3 breath count. Inhaling to the count of 6. Hold as you gaze across for 3. And then exhaling down, left shoulder to left hip for 6. Hold out the breath and gaze across left hip to right for 3. Now if that feels too much of a strain on the lungs and it begins to irritate the mind, revert back to the 4-2, 4-2 count. If at any point your mind becomes distracted by your thoughts, worry not. Just begin again, bringing your awareness to your right hip and continue with that box breathing. Imagining your body fits snugly inside that box and your torso, all sides, wants to touch each side of the box. So you expand the back body with the front, increasing the depth. You expand the sides left and right. And you also spread out from bottom to top. As if your rectangular has turned into a 3D box. It has now 6 sides. Just allowing your breath to expand in all directions. When you come to exhale, let everything soften back to the center. Complete the square you're on and take 5 more. And as you work through the remaining 5 or 4, know that you're inviting renewed energy to nourish all your organs within the frame of your body. And with the exhale, you're letting go of what no longer serves you. And allowing the pauses after the inhale before the exhale, after the exhale before the next inhale. This intermittent breathing allows us to strengthen our inner resolve, strengthens our organs, and improves the agility of our diaphragm. Completing the one you're on if you're not already there. Just relax the inner gaze, relax the mind, let go of all effort in the breathing, and just allow your body to do the breathing. Let us reorientate into the space around us, first swallowing to release any tension in throat and jaw, picking up any sensations inside the mouth, whether it's taste, if the mouth is coarse or smooth, dry or moist. Maybe even rubbing your tongue around the surfaces of your teeth and gums, all 6 surfaces, front upper and lower, inside upper and lower, and the space between the upper and lower teeth. Taking a big breath into the nostrils, feeling the quality of the air. Can you detect 2 smells? And now bringing your awareness to your ears. Notice any differences and changes to the internal sounds made by your body. Breath, the heart, its beating. Or it could be the same, no different. Just tune in and acknowledge where you are. Now feel 4 things touching you. Could be your upper limbs resting on your lower limbs, comparing left side to right. Feeling the support beneath you. Two other things. And then with your mind's eye, gaze around your space, being aware of how you are in relation to your space, furniture, fittings, things. Breathe into the space all around you, allowing your breath to oscillate as you inhale, expanding in your own body. And as you exhale, softening and releasing. And know that the breath that you breathe is what connects you from your inner world to your outer world, and your outer world with your inner world. And if you can muster the energy to engage the muscles of your arms, slowly take your hands to your heart, left hand, right hand on top. And as you lower the chin to your throat, just gazing softly into your heart and just feel, what emotions come up for you. And if you have an intention that you'd like to set for your day, could be a simple word, a feeling, or a short statement that is true to you. Bringing your hands together to give thanks to the practice of meditation and technology for bringing us together. Namaste.